Hello, today I will show you how to set up some categories with the Bazaar plugin. First you want to execute the command /bsetedit. Then there's this item manage categories. Right now there are no existing categories, so we will start with a root category. So we will press Q. The file name, it does not really matter what you put in, but later on it may be useful for finding specific categories. For example, I will now name it roots.yml. Now it's been created. If I now use /bazaar, there's this category I just created, but obviously it's not what I want it to be. So I will left click and here I can input the file name. So it's roots.yml and it pops up here. First, I will rename it to test1, and the item I will replace it with a chest. The position is 1, that's correct. I will then create another one. Again, Q, roots.yml. Now an ender chest. Test2. And now there are already two categories. As you can see, it's this test category 1 first, then the test 2. We can change that order by searching for the category and then editing the position of it. So the position has to be 0 or greater. So I have to edit this one. For example, I can input 100 and now it's 100. If I open the plugin, the Bazaar again, the test1 category is now the second one and the ender chest, the test2 category, is the first one. Then you can create children for those categories. So first I will start with a fertile category. It's basically a category that can have children. Again, right click to create a fertile category. File name, I will just input this, or you can just use any other name. Diamond pickaxe. Let's call it mining. Now if we open the Bazaar again, it's not present right here. We have to first add it to the root categories. For that we have to edit the children. Right click to add entry. Now we can search for it. Mining. I think it's case sensitive. No, it's not. Fertile.yml. There it is. Now the mining category is a child of the test1 category. If you open the Bazaar again, we can see there's a category, but this category doesn't have any children, so it's just an empty category. Now we can create some infertile categories, for example those ingots. So we need to shift click ingots.yml. First an iron ingot, name iron ingot. Okay, I need to make a copy of this. So this is the representative item. It's basically the item that will be displayed in the mining category that we will put this iron ingot in. You cannot edit the lore because it will not transfer later on. There's another setting in the config files. But this transaction item, this is the item that will be used for transactions. So if I want to buy one of them per purchase, I have to input 1, but I can also input 64, so that with each purchase I get 64 iron ingots. Now this is the default price. It's the price that will be used when there's no sell offer or buy order available. You can add it as you like. Now we can finally add this iron ingot as a child category to this mining category. Right click, ingots. Now it's a child category of that category. As you can see, there's only one child category in this mining category right now, so it instantly redirects you to this iron ingot. But if I add another child category, it will be different. I'll now add some copper. I forgot to add it. Now I again have to add it as a child. There it is. Now if I open it, there are two child categories, the iron ingot and the copper ingot. I will now change the order of those items. So on first place is the iron ingot, then the copper ingot. So to edit the end, you have to shift click. Shift click now. Position 10. It's now position 10, so it's basically behind the copper ingot. If I open the bazaar again, it's now at position 10, but it's not really at position 10. It's basically everything in a compact form again, so the position difference does not make a difference. I can of course add many more child categories. In theory, you can add with, I don't know, 2 billion pages, more than 2 billion items, and with each page you can add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 28. So I think you have enough space for other child categories. Now I can also link those categories in other categories. So I just linked this inverter category in this mining category, but I can also link it directly in a root category. I will again search for the root categories. Now add a child. The iron ingot. Now it's added. If I go to the test 2 category, there's this iron ingot, and these two categories, they are the same. So if I create a buy order for 64 items, and then look here, I can again see that there are 64 items that are requested in a buy order. Now you can also delete those categories. Now I will just quickly reload the server so that I can exit this menu. And you can also link category theoretically in a loop. So if I create another category, 1 second, not test2, no, it's in the roots file. I'll just delete this one. Now there's only one root category. You can also link categories in a loop. So if I create another fertile category, wrong button, right click, okay. Now it's the first one. That should be enough. I then have to link 2 child categories in this one. First the other fertile category, then I think itself should also work, but I'm not too sure about that. Let's see if it works. I have to edit, of course. Now I add this fertile category I just created to the root category. There it is. Yeah, I think you can also link it to itself, but that does not really make much sense. But you can also create a loop. Now in the mining category, I will just add the other dirt category. Now I have a loop. I don't know, maybe it's useful, I don't know. And you can also delete children. So if I want to select the second one, I have to left click. Now it's selected. Press Q to delete. Now it's gone. If you open the bazaar again, which one was it? Okay, you can't go back, never mind. So basically, now this category only links to the iron, no, the mining category, and not the iron ingot anymore, or itself. You can also edit, where is it? No, not here. The ingots. The default price, I think I already explained that, and this property will be useful later on. There will be another option so that the default price will depend on the market price of the last, I don't know, maybe 20 days or something like that, or a few hours. Now, as you can see, there's a description added to this item, but in the settings we just saw there is no such description. We can of course edit this as well, again with /bz edit and global category settings. Let's go to the fertile category with multi-children and edit the law. No, left click, right click. Okay, so let's add another line. Shift click to select. Let's add another string. After that, okay. Let's add some bullshit and save it. If you now open the plugin again, I don't know, where is it? What did I just edit? Fertile, multi-children. I don't know, I added something, but it's obviously not one of those items. I think I have to reload it. No, doch, there it is. The SAAD something and so on. So if you edit these settings, you have to use the /bset reload command so that the changes take effect. Now we can also edit other things such as the law for a infertile item, which is basically the iron ingot I just used. We can also edit the children list, which you saw earlier, which is this thing. So what it does is basically it summarizes those child categories it has, and it's still linked to the Muhahaha category, but I don't need it anymore, so I'll just quickly delete it, and you will then see that it automatically also deletes all references to this category. Delete, and now it does not exist anymore. Yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.